There are even more changes coming to the driving test next week from Monday the 24th of November 2025. Hi, I'm Ryan, I'm a driving instructor. I'm just going to briefly explain the email that we've just got. So last year the DVSA trialled this in 20 test centres across the UK, and now they're going to be rolling it out to all test centres across the UK from November 24th, 2025. There's subtle changes to the driving test, but they're enough that could affect you guys in the long run. So the first thing that's coming in that they're changing is they're going to reduce the number of stops during your test from 4 to 3. And that's when they just like ask you to pull up next to the curb and then pull off again in different scenarios, usually like your hill start, around a parked car, like your angle start, stuff like that. So that's not a massive change. They're just reducing that from 4 to 3. The next one is they are lowering the frequency of emergency stops from 1 in 3 tests to now 1 in 7 tests. So there's a very good chance you won't get an emergency stop on your test now. And then the other bit is your independent drive part of your test, which is normally 20 minutes of following either sat-nav or road signs. That is now changing to be a fully flexible independent drive, which could result in you guys having a sat-nav set up the entire test, or potentially following road signs for the entire test. So your full 40 minutes could be fully sat-nav independent, basically. The idea behind all of this and why these changes are coming in is it gives the examiner a little bit more time to see you drive in different scenarios. So if you're stopping less and not doing emergency stops, you've got more time in the test to branch out a little bit further, which means the routes might change slightly in your local test centres. They might go out a little bit further than usual because they want to put you in higher speed roads, higher risk scenarios to basically make sure that you are very competent. And they want to avoid the whole like your test is just stuck in town bit, because it's not making really safe drivers. You might be good enough to pass your test, but then you could go off and drive quicker roads, back roads, more country roads, things like that, and not actually have an idea of what you're doing even though you've passed your test. So that's basically why they're changing the rules and adding some, well, technically they're taking less out and just changing it a little bit to put you in different scenarios to make sure that you are a very competent driver. So yeah, these are coming in from Monday the 24th, so literally this Monday coming. So reducing number of stops, emergency stop is less frequent, and your independent drive could be the entire test and be more flexible. Let me know your thoughts on all of these in the comments. It's always nice hearing your guys' thoughts and opinions. And I'll keep you up to date with everything else. So make sure you're following, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Take care. Peace.